Welcome. I'm so excited to be here with you today. My name is Cindy, and I am here with Felicia to talk to you about her journey from the mortgage industry to a whole brand new career. Hey, Felicia, happy to talk to you today.
Hey Cindy, good to talk to you too. How are you doing?
I am great. So, there are thousands of people that are and have been in that same situation as you. So, what did it feel like when losing a job after you've been there for like 15 years in the mortgage industry? How did that
Yeah.
feel?
Every industry has its ups and downs. You kind of have that feeling that something might be coming, but you hope against hope that, it's not going to be you. You really don't want it to be anybody. But when it happened, I was like, okay, the Band-Aid's been ripped off. Let's go forward. I personally believe that a no is always a better yes. It's just kind of waiting in that period till you get that better yes. So I took a couple weeks off, didn't think about it. I was fortunate that I had a displacement package, severance package. Just took some time to relax, not think about it. But yet I found myself thinking about it, like, what did I really enjoy doing in that specific role, in all of my roles, in my career? What do I really like to do? And uh, taking that and then, okay, what are some roles that I can look for? And my job titles actually perfectly aligned from where I transitioned from and where I currently am. So that was a plus. And it just matched perfectly. But took a couple weeks off, then got in on LinkedIn and some other job pages and just slowly started. I was very strategic about what I was looking for, companies that I wanted to work for, and just went about. But I didn't take it, I personally didn't take it as a negative. I just took it as another open door that I hadn't gone through yet. So,
You gave a lot of really, really valuable advice for anybody, whether it be the mortgage industry or any industry, if they have a
mhm,
layoff or they're looking to make a career pivot, first off, look at it as what do I like about my jobs and be really strategic because you have that new door, that new opportunity to create something and be strategic about what you like to do and what you want to do in that next position, right? Rather than just all willy-nilly applying for jobs. And looking at it that the next thing is about to happen, because certainly
yeah.
for you, that is what happened.
Yeah, I didn't let panic overtake. I did once I started getting into the job application and reviewing stuff, for me, I stayed off a lot of commentary on different social media sites, just because it was a little overwhelming for me and I really wanted to concentrate on applying for jobs. So I wanted to be strategic. I researched the companies. What was the culture like? What were some of the initiatives within the company? How did they treat their employees? So that's where I spent my focus because I wanted to be really selective. I didn't want to have a job just to have a job. I wanted to continue my career just with a different employer. So for me, it was about where do I really want to go? Where was going to be a really strategic fit and a good fit for me, not just career wise, but me as an individual. So did a lot of research on companies, spent a lot of time and was very, like you said, strategic about where I applied.
Yeah, definitely something I admire about how you went through the process. And so where are you now? Let's tell everybody.
Yeah, so I relocated. I moved, I was on the West Coast and I'm now in what would we call, I guess this the center, middle of America, if you will, and I'm now in the aviation industry. So coming from mortgage, I was an implementation consultant, and now I'm in aviation as an implementation consultant as well. So I'm loving it. Have a whole new world to get used to. I'm on a hybrid schedule, so I'm in office 3 days, and I actually love that. I look forward to going into the office, this synergy in the office. But having those 2 days at home also really gives me that break, that nice balance. Um, and I can't say enough about the company. I mean, it's been a remarkable, I think it's going on 5 weeks now. So it's just been a remarkable time. I'm just loving it.
I'm so happy for you. And I agree. I
Thank you.
feel that hybrid is the best of all worlds for everybody. Opportunity to have that chemistry, to have that
Yeah.
synergy with other people, to really collaborate, to really brainstorm, to really grow. People that work in person are much more likely to get those promotions and those raises. Because when you're at home, it's kind of just like of sight, but also having a couple days a week that you get to sleep a little bit later and you don't have the expense of or time of commuting.
Yep.
So I think it's the best. Absolutely.
Yep.
And what was it like? We worked together throughout this process. What did that look like?
Oh my goodness. Again, this is just me talking. I I knew I would get a job. I mean, I wasn't worried about I'm unemployable. I didn't have those fears. I had other concerns. You mentioned earlier, it's been 15 years, 15 plus years since I had interviewed with people that I didn't know. And how do I change my mindset? Because that's completely different. Walking in with, I had to stop thinking of them as strangers and change my mindset to their friends that I haven't met yet. Um, but working with you helped me make that transition so much faster than I would have, so much more effective than I would have. And we spent a lot of time on interviewing.
We did.
I knew my stories, I knew what I had done, what I had accomplished. I could answer that, but how do I talk about myself? And I will be the first to admit I'm not always the best self-promoter. And in an interview, you really have to promote yourself. I've always let my work promote me, how I've performed in my roles, in my jobs, the projects that I've worked on. Now I didn't have that to rely on, right? These are
Right.
friends that I haven't met yet. How do I do that? How do I talk? And so you really helped me take, these little grain stories, if you will, and they just blossomed in to this wonderful story, all of it factual, all of it what I did, but you helped me find within myself the tools to talk about that in a comfortable, natural way, and really helped me uh, center myself when I had those moments of um, what am I doing? Why am I here? Um, because, and for me, that happened a couple of times, like, because it's an unknown.
Right.
I was going into an unknown industry. Um, and you helped me. I mean, I remember an instance, first week on the job, and we had a meeting, and I literally had a moment. We were going over some things, and I was like, what am I doing and why am I here? It was a brief panic, and I heard you saying, like, stop the imposter syndrome, like, just stop it. And I was able to quickly, like, okay, you can do the job. You've interviewed, you've gone through the process, they've asked you all the questions. You made the selection, you made the team. And I did that because of all of the tools and the resources that you helped me. Not just our conversations, but the homework that we did or that I did, that you created. Um, you know, eh, Everything from wardrobe, presenting yourself, talking about yourself, all of that I've saved to my computer. I've gone back and looked at it, offline. I'm reading those things, making sure that not only was I a good candidate in the interview and application process, but I'm a good person. I'm a good employee for this company. And that's really important to me. And like I said, I would have had a job eventually, but I really feel for me, the pivotal point was making the decision to work with you. And for me, it was the greatest act of self love that I could have done for myself for my career because I was a better candidate and I'm a better employee because of working with you. And that I'm not convinced would have happened if I had not worked with you. So, I mean, I went from being displaced and having a job within just a very short period of time. And again, that is, you helped me with that, and I will be eternally grateful.
What an incredible compliment. It was such a pleasure working with you, but you
Thank
touched
you.
on things that I think people forget about. And it's not just getting the job.
Mm,
It's how well you're performing once you're that job, right? There
yeah,
are reasons that there's a 90-day probation in most, positions. It's because not everybody is able to rise to the occasion
yeah,
of the job that they've been hired for, right? And when you came in to legitimately a leadership position in a new company, in a brand new field, in a new city, in a new state, in a new living space. I mean, there were a lot of news. There was a
yeah.
lot of things that you had to rise to the occasion with very quickly.
Yes, yes. And all of that, I was really good. I had a really good support system with friends and family. So they helped on the personal side, took care of things when I couldn't. But the company that I'm with absolutely made that transition so easy for me, and it's just been remarkable. It's been more than I anticipated, but I'm so blessed. I thank my stars, and I go in every day to work, and I'm like, I get to work here. I was selected. This was my choice. I feel like I've won the job lottery.
Isn't that the best feeling?
It absolutely is, and I still have moments of because I'm new, obviously, of where I don't know everything, and I am perfectly fine with not knowing that, but I'm still in the midst of not knowing it, happy that I get to be there and not know it, and I'm still getting acclimated and they're working with me, they're being patient with me. And so it's been the best. It's been the best. And uh, I definitely, I can't imagine that I would be here. I don't see how it would have been possible. I not only feel, I don't think I would have been as successful without you and without the work that we did. Because we did a lot. We did a lot on the interview. That was where I was really anxious, and we did a lot of work on that. And so I really feel that you helped me get the job. You helped me make me shine. So thank you.
You are most welcome. It was helping you to see what parallels and which stories would have been important.
Yes.
Remember, we were looking at that certain things would not have been relevant from the mortgage. Which stories were the right stories and which stories were the wrong stories.
Yeah, and that was huge because, to your point, I could have one thing that I did that was a great story, but while I covered maybe the question had 3 points, it may have covered like 1.5, and I thought I was covering all 3. So working with you really helped me hone in to what it was that they were asking and which story did I have that could touch on all or almost all, maybe, 3/4 or, right up there, 7/8, right up there, almost all of it, to really convey that and how did I come across that way, and have those stories. So, yeah, it was huge. It was huge.
I am just so incredibly proud of you. I'm so
Thank
happy for
you.
you. And I'm happy that, honestly, I'm happy they found you. I wish you so much success. And
Thank
I
you.
know that this new position is the beginning of a new journey, but certainly not the end. You
Thank you.
will have incredible success in your career and in your life.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.